Hi and welcome. This is going to be a reading for Aries, specifically for the upcoming full moon eclipse in Taurus. But whether you're an Aries or not, or whenever you find this, there might be a message here that would be helpful for you if it resonates. Okay, full moons are about shedding light on things that we are not aware of, and possibly what we need to release to progress forward. The universe helps us in many ways to evolve and grow. So let's see what comes up for you for this full moon. This is a number 10, so this is a completion, something coming full circle. Eclipse, mermaid, a powerful energy shift. You might see the color red a lot. And this could be something around fire energy. Aries is a fire sign. So there's something about being in a fiery energy. It could be anger, or on the positive side, it could be excitement, passion, love. But let's see what this is about. What is this powerful energy shift about? At the bottom of the deck, we have pink lotus, fairy, a time for spirit. The numbers 4 and 3 or 7 can be significant. 7 is like a highly spiritual number, and this fairy is sitting at on a lotus flower here, and she's in easy pose doing a mudra. She's meditating. So this might be a very spiritual time for you. You might feel very connected to your higher self, the divine, or spiritually connected to something. So it feels like there's a big, powerful shift in your spirituality, your spiritual journey, or whatever, whether you're religious, whatever higher power you believe in, there's some big, significant shift. And you might want to spend some time meditating. The lotus flower, I think the symbology around it is a beautiful flower that blooms out of the darkness or out of muddy waters. So you might have come through a dark period or a difficult, challenging period, but through that, something beautiful is emerging out of it, and you might be blooming in some way. Let's get one more before we get to tarot. This is number 17. Strangely lonely, holding on way too tight. Number 17 might be significant. So there was or is something that you are holding on way too tight. And when we try to hold on to things, that sort of is the opposite energy, and then we end up losing it or sabotaging it, or something goes wrong when we hold on to things way too tightly. At the bottom of the deck, we have I am Kali, from death comes rebirth. So something might have ended because you are holding on to it way too tightly. But when there's an ending or a death, there's always a rebirth, which is a transformation, which inevitably, even if the experience is negative or bad, it can be transformed into something positive. And that card just jumped out. Okay, so we have the Empress, which is a number 3. So there's some sort of expansion or growth or something being born after an ending, reborn, new. What is this about? Please make it clear. The bottom of the deck, we have a 7 of air, which can be a deceptive energy. What is this that was held on way too tightly? We have the 5 of water, which is the 5 of cups. You've had to grieve something or gone through some sort of deep sadness or depression. Please make this clear. What is this? The Fool. A new beginning. I feel like you were resisting this rebirth, this ending, and this rebirth. Possibly resisting your own death and rebirth. You were resisting letting go of an old version of yourself. We also have the 10 of cups, 10 of water, which is like complete emotional fulfillment. It's like the happily ever after energy. Possibly even happy family. Make this clear, Spirit, please. What might be coming to your awareness is what things in your life have you been holding on to tightly. It could be a personality trait or an aspect of yourself. Someone might have red hair. Isn't this red hair there, red hair there? An identity. What has come to an end here? Please, what has come to an end here? We have the Chariot, more sevens, lots of sevens, lot of spiritual. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that you have been holding on very tightly to the person you were or your old life. And clearly you are about to or have had a spiritual transformation. The death of the old version of you may be a lesser version of you, or a version of you that was not as aware, awakened, enlightened. You were holding on to that person, that life, that way of being. And this eclipse is pushing you into a higher version of yourself, a more aware version, whether that's spiritually or religiously or just a more awakened version of you, a better version of you, a higher version of you. And it can be scary letting go of our identity or our lives, because the unknown, we can be afraid of the unknown. But I feel like there's so much happiness that is either now in your life already or coming, and you're going to birth a whole new life. And start a new journey, an entirely brand new journey. But you probably had to go through a period of grieving your old life, the old versions of you, um, emotional losses. This seems pretty straightforward. um, you might be connected, Aries, to a Cancer. Okay, what else? Let's get some analogy cards. And here is your energy, Aries. It's time to take action. a time to give rather than take. This is Virgo energy. So there's something that you need to take action on, and it's Aries is masculine energy, divine masculine energy. So you might be a masculine, or you might need to be in your masculine energy, and there's something that you need to do where you need to give back in some way, give to someone or something. At the bottom of the deck we have a new romantic cycle begins. And this is Libra energy. Okay, so you might need to be mindful of having balance in your romantic relationships and how much you give and how much you take. And obviously this is a general reading, it will be different for everyone. 1111 on the timer. If there's a specific romantic relationship where you are always in the feminine energy, whether you are male or female, your partner might always be the one giving to you or doing for you, and you're always in the receptive energy, and you might need to give more, and let your partner, whether they are male or female, be in the more receptive energy. Find a sort of a balance between how much you give and receive and how much they give and they receive. Make sure, go into, if it's a new relationship, because the 4 is here, and the Empress is also here, that's divine feminine energy. Find a balance in your relationship. A relationship should be give and take, and not always one person giving and one person receiving. But it says a new romantic cycle begins. So this is possibly a relationship that is in the beginning stages, or a relationship that is still coming. A healthy person has balanced masculine and feminine energy, and that doesn't mean you have to be feminine in your characteristics, as in how you dress and how you behave, but you should be able to receive love and be able to give love. You should be able to show affection, and receive affection, give someone attention, but also know when to have a balance, not to smother someone, or not to be avoidant emotionally or over emotional. And this is a spectrum, and relationships are all different, and we are all different, but it's always good to be mindful of what your needs are and what your partner's needs are. Not overextending yourself, but not being a complete miser and just not caring what the other person needs in a relationship. So you are needing to take some action, and I feel like in this instance you are needing to show more love, or give more love, or take action in a relationship. But I feel like you're prepared for this, because there's a lot of spirituality aspects here, awakening aspects, and whatever you've gone through, this death and rebirth, you've been born into a new person, which means whatever relationship you're attracting right now, the process that you've been through has prepared you for this relationship. And it can be a relationship with yourself, being in a more healthy relationship with yourself. If you're single, if you are in a partnership, your relationship has likely changed in a major way, or is about to. And this is so that you can have a healthier relationship with this person, or with just people in general, with yourself, and also with your higher self, with your soul, and with the divine. And when we have a healthy relationship with ourselves, a healthy relationship with God, or whatever higher power you believe in, the universe, the earth, then all the relationships and all the aspects of our lives will be as healthy and balanced as we are internally, as we are as people. That was probably the simplest, most easiest reading I've done for this full moon. All the others were a lot more trickier. So this eclipse is possibly just helping this process, this new beginning with this Fool, helping this new beginning to come along, possibly helping you to go through this grieving process if you haven't yet. It's healthy to grieve and feel sad over losses, but it's how well we heal and what we do with the difficult things, the endings that we've been through. If we allow the transformation to happen, then the energy shifts if it's been difficult. And it can be transmuted and transformed and changed into something beautiful. Aries, that's a really positive reading. Enjoy this new beginning that you have and this romantic cycle that's beginning, whether it's with yourself or with another person. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will join me again in another reading.